This is a piano tutorial on Christ the Lord is Risen Today as a piano soloist. And so I'll be showing you the fingering for the right hand first. It's in the key of C, which is nice. You don't have to worry about any black keys. You start with your thumb on this middle C. And when you get to that note on Risen, that's a third finger on that F note. And then you're going to put your third finger there. Then you, on the next phrase, you start with your third finger on that F. Then you're going to put your third finger on this E. That gets you down to that C note. Then you lift your wrist up, put your third finger on this B note, and then third finger on C. That gets you up to that E note. Third finger on B. And then you lift your thumb up and put your fourth finger on that C. Pretty straightforward, not a lot of tricky stuff there with the fingering. The chords in your left hand are pretty simple as well. You start with your C chord in the root position there when you start. And then we get to the next measure and you got to go to an F chord there. And I'm going to do that inverted like this, C, F, and A. You've got to go to a C chord, which is a C, E, and G. It sounds kind of dissonant there. That's sometimes what can happen is you'll have a chord that's resolving, and that's what's happening in this measure. If you just stop there, you think it's wrong, but in up to speed, it's right. So C chord there. And then the next measure, you're still on C. And there's your D minor chord, which is a D, F, and A. Back to C. And that's a pretty quick change there. And it happens several times like that in this song. And so you're going to play your C chord like that, root position, G7. All you have to do, you don't have to do four notes there. You can leave this one out. B, F, and G. It makes that a really pretty simple change because you get to keep the top note there. So this is C, G7, and C. Now we're on the second line. You're on an F chord, like that. C, F, and A. D minor there, D, F, A. There's a G chord, D, G, and B. Back to C, D minor again. And now you're going to go to that G chord, which we're going to do like that, D, G, and B. Back to C. G, and then D right there, D, F, sharp, and A. And back to that G. D, G, and B like that. C chord again. F chord right there. You're going to do that C chord. That's that same dissonant thing going on. And F. And G7 right there. D, F, G, and B. Back to the C chord. And this is what it sounds like when you're all done.